welcome to the home of the Alabama Crimson Tide. Tuscaloosa, Alabama, Saban Field at Bryant-Denny Stadium. As we'll see a squad from the SEC, the South Carolina Gamecocks, taking on the 10th-ranked team in the land, the Alabama Crimson Tide. For EA Sports College Football, Reese Davis with you alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Time to get this game started. Get this game underway. On the move from inside is 5. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. To the lone running back. Makes the stop at the 32, but he picks up 10 on that play.
I am impressed with the physicality we're seeing up front by this offensive line. Playing on the road, they knew they wanted to get the run game established, and they are doing just that. They're not just getting 3-4 yards a pop. They are gashing this defense.
Picked off, and the opening drive is stopped with an interception. And he's wrapped up after a solid return on the pick.
What a dream opening drive for this defense, man. You want to create some negative plays, create some energy. They do just that. They create the turnover. They set their offense up. Got even a little bit of a return with it, but that's a dream start for this defense.
Looking to pass. It's Simpson. Fires to the wideout. Once that ball was loose, offense didn't have a chance. Defenders everywhere. It's a turnover.
Now, this is a receiving group that practices making catches in traffic, and they're used to having guys trying to rip it free. He's got to do a better job of keeping 5 points of pressure after he makes the catch. That's a costly giveaway.
And the South Carolina offense is back on the field. Time. Called by the defense, it's their first of the half as they'll go to the sideline and try to make adjustments. He threw a pick on the initial drive, but they have it back, and we're still looking for our first points of the game.
Take a step. Nothing, bro. That's that EA shit.
And the roar is reverberating throughout this stadium as the defense has them pinned deep.
Every goddamn time.
They're trying to get some breathing room from deep in their own territory. Caught over the middle. It's Smith. They bring him down, but not before he's able to pick up the first down. Really good job working through his progression. You get it to him quickly, and the big tight end has a chance to run a little.
And a really good job by the QB throwing an accurate throw. I got to hit those guys on the move, on the run, so they can do this. They can catch the football, get upfield, and chew up some extra yards.
Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. Quarterback making checks. Off play action. Finds his tight end. Good call, good execution as they move the chains, and they have a first down at the 38. That throw and catch, a really good example of why coaches don't want a quarterback to get stuck on a particular target, isn't it, David?
Yep, that's exactly right. Find the guy who's open, because you got so many guys that have so much speed that can do.
Lost one deep down the right side. And they won't make the connection, looking to make a big play there.
Well, this defense was ready for go balls against this receiver and his speed. He's one of the fastest in the country. They knew this quarterback was going to try to take the top off the defense. That time they couldn't link up, but if you're on defense, just know they're going to try that play again.
Got it in the middle. It's Smith. And the first guy couldn't get him, but the second one does, but not until he picks up the first down.
And you got to love the versatility of the big fella. You can put him in the box and let him block big defensive linemen, or you put him in the slot and you throw him the football and have success.
Off the play fake on first down. That's caught. It's Brown.
And a really nice job by the wide receiver. You run a drag route, find space. They're in zone coverage. They're not covering man-to-man. Find a little hole. Look at that QB. Y'all get on the same page. You could tell they were, and that's why they got the first down.
Got a little space. And the Gamecocks getting set on 1st and 10. Looking downfield, it's Sellers.
Oh,
Showing the arm strength down the left side. Fires and picked off. And they're driving down after a good return on the interception.
And if you're the quarterback, you might want to stop throwing that guy's way. I mean, you knew coming into this game, David, he's one of the best corners in the entire country. He's already been picked off twice now. He is literally living in this quarterback's head rent-free.
And so nice to have a guy like this that can cut off half the field. Because now you can put resources elsewhere. He's proven, if you try me, bad things are going to happen.
They knock him down after a gain of 3 to the 23.
And after that run, getting right back up to the line of scrimmage to go hurry up, defense has to be ready.
Back to pass on 2nd down. He'll pull it down and run. He gets the job done, picking up the 1st down, then getting down.
You know, QBs want to make those big plays. They want to put up the big stats. But when nothing's there, sometimes you just tuck the ball, get a minimal gain. I like the slide, by the way, too. Get down and don't take a big hit.
Creating some space, getting just enough good blocking, and they've got it up to the 47-yard line. Alabama quickly back to the line.
And the offense has a little bit of success, and what do? They push that turbo button right back on the line, ready to run another play.
Here they come, 1st and 10 from the 48.
Really nice run there. Now, listen, you know, modern-day college football, I know it's all about spread offense and throwing the football and going up tempo and scoring quickly, but man, you think back to Bear Bryant in Alabama, doesn't it always seem like they've always wanted to establish the run game? They've always wanted to be physical. Bear Bryant would have loved this guy in his backfield. With his physical style of running, man, he fits that just perfect.
Quick timeout by the defense there, trying to make sure everyone has the same call. DB's right up on the receivers. Fights off the defender. He's stopped after a 1-yard pickup at the 25. As they get set to snap it, just about to reach the end of the quarter. And with that stop, we are headed toward the end of the 1st quarter. To the air, it's Simpson. Looking down the middle. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. They'll get him stopped just short of the end zone, but they're in business here with a 1st down. Let's see if the offenses can find a little rhythm here in the 2nd.
Get that quarterback, too.
They'll try to open the quarter by cashing in on this big opportunity deep in the red zone. Got it behind the line. It's Bernard. That completion has them right on the doorstep. They'll mark it at the 1. Looking for just 1 more yard. It's 2nd and goal. Quarterback on the key. And they run the impossible. Touchdown, Crimson Tide.
Can't start a game any better than that. Defense gets the stop, gives it back to the offense. You march down the field, you score. They're in a great rhythm now on both sides of the ball.
And he takes this from inside the 5. He only needs a sliver of daylight. He is electric in the return game, and that one has the offense set up nicely. South Carolina ready to go on the attack in another offensive odyssey. That last drive was promising for a while, but you just can't mess it up at the end with the pick, Jesse.
No, you got to be able to finish drives, especially in this game if you're going to win. And, David, they've got to be able to eliminate the mental mistakes.
Yeah, and I don't think you get conservative or play it safe. You can trust your guy. I think you put the ball right back in his hands and let him do his thing.
Now they've moved it just inside the 40. 1st and 10 from the 39. Grabbed in the middle. It's Harbor.
And quarterback receiver on the same page. Nice job seeing the zone, understanding the drag route concept. Easy pitch, easy catch.
The Gamecocks can really attack on this 2nd and short. Motion from the wide receiver. Quarterback quick pass to the receiver. He's close to the 1st down, but they're going to mark him just a little short.
Well, and on these little push passes, timing is so important. Trying to snap it right as he's getting a full head of steam. When he gets the ball, he's hitting the outside, and David, it puts the defense in such a difficult spot.
You immediately have to be rotating when you see that motion, so everybody's got to communicate and kind of bump over. That's why often...
Lets it fly deep downfield. To the end zone, and it's picked off.
Man, what great discipline by this defense. They didn't sit on route short. They take a shot down the field on 3rd and short. Questionable shot, probably. Nice job being disciplined and getting the interception.
Yeah, just because you have the shot play called on 3rd down like that as a quarterback, that doesn't give you the freedom to just throw it down there if he's not open. I think that time he forced it into traffic, and that's why it got picked off.
Alabama pushing the tempo.
I like this idea by the offense going hurry up here. You just had a very nice run. Let's get back up to the line of scrimmage and go fast.
He'll get a fresh set of downs stopped at the 31-yard line.
This is an offense that prides himself on being physical, so you need 1 yard. Just hand it off to your back and let him go to work.
They'll run it from the gun. There he goes. Really good job by everybody there. Well blocked, good run, and a first down. We've reached the 2-minute timeout, and they'll talk it over to see if they can build on this lead before halftime. Alabama comes to the line with 1st and 10. Corners right up on that line of scrimmage. The give to the tailback. And how about the efficiency on that one? It'll bring up 2nd and 4.
And that's the problem with blitzing on defense. You live by the blitz, you die by the blitz. Defense dialed up the pressure, but the offense had a better play call. They ran it away from the blitz, and that's why they were able to be successful.
Caught in the backfield, it's Bernard. Just what they were looking for, and he's got him set up in business at the 35 with a first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Miller with the ball. He was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Back to throw, it's Simpson. Bringing the heat. And the quarterback will take a sack back at the 36. Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack.
Dr. Nixon. Here we go.
On 3rd down, he drops to throw. Got it in the middle, it's Bernard. And that's where they'll mark him, but a chunk play, and they pick up a first down. The Tide trying to pay off this red zone trip. They'll go to the ground. Got enough space. He almost punched it in for 6. They'll get him down at the 1-yard line.
Every offense wants to be able to run the ball and be physical, especially on first down. And you want to create 2nd and short, 3rd and short, or just get first downs like that run right there.
They're going to run it. Into the end zone he goes.
Got the off line. Yeah.
That's the way you execute on offense, man. You keep your foot on the gas. Try to make this a 2-score game. You do with that touchdown. This offense executing beautifully. The defense is going to have to find something in the second half to get some stops.
Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. On the run from inside his own 5. Able to find enough room to get it out across the 25. He's brought down at the 26. They'll get this drive started from their own 26. To the air, it's Sellers. Throws to the tight end. And that will be incomplete. Man, that would have been a big hitter if they could have done it, but 2nd down coming.
Well, the offense is doing their best to try and at least get into field goal range here at the end of the first half. So they take a vertical shot down the field, but give the defense credit. Lots of eyes back there on the quarterback. They're able to break on the ball and make sure that throw falls incomplete.
That's what I'm talking about. That is how you close. And when a guy's going to make a catch, you make sure he doesn't make it. Physicality, using your pads, running through him. And guess what? Not only this.
Unloads it downfield. And they can't hook up on the big play, and that brings up a 4th down.
This is going to be a tough situation for the offense. You're late in the first half. They're trying to find a way to generate some points before going into the locker room, but the defense is ready for it. So the windows are not going to be very big, especially when you're trying to attack vertically like they did on that last one. Downfield completions are going to be tough to come by.
Offense has enough time to get off a play before we head to the half. Looking to throw on 1st down. The pass is incomplete, and the clock will stop with 5 seconds left.
Looked like the offense had a chance for a big play there, but the running back just could not reel that ball in.
Just enough time for one final play of the half. The give is to Miller. Continuing to turn and move it forward, and they're closing in on midfield. It's down at the 48. And the Gamecocks will kick it away to crank up the second half. Here he comes from inside his own 5. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. Here comes that Alabama offense. If it's working, why change it? And that running game was working in the first half. I imagine we'll see a lot more of it here in the 3rd quarter.
You just know the offensive line was telling their coordinator, put this on us. Let us continue to go out there, push these guys around. We can put this game on our back and end this thing by running the ball.
And this is a manhood question for this defense. Like, as a defensive lineman, and you're pounding the rock, like, I got to physically rise to this challenge. This defense has to play more inspired. Turning it on!
And he'll have enough for the 1st down at the 42.
This shouldn't be a surprise to anybody. If you've got the lead in the 3rd quarter and you want to keep it, you got to bleed the clock. Best way to do that, run the football. And you're now seeing this offense call these run plays back to back. They are trying to be physical, and they're trying to stay on the field.
From the gun, running back gets the give. Got enough for the 1st, and he's still going. Stopped at the 47-yard line, a 10-yard gain, and they'll move the markers.
In halftime in this locker room, there's a lot of positive things to talk about. You got the lead, but you know what else will be positive, Palmer? Get the running game going early in this second half.
You're absolutely right here, and I think this coaching staff is going to try to put this game on the offensive line a little bit. Let these guys take this thing over, be physical, and push this defense around.
Alabama with a multitude of options on 2nd and short. Here's the handoff. And he is
say
just
the offensive line ain't tired yet.
by this giant defensive tackle.
That back had absolutely nowhere to run the football. Actually, is he counting? I think he's counting to make sure there's only 11 guys on defense.
The Crimson Tide needs to convert on 3rd and short. Back to pass, it's Simpson. Caught near the sticks, it's Cuevas. Working their way closer and closer, a 3rd down conversion, and they've got it at the 26.
It's a nice play call there. You've got 2-possession lead. You're trying to keep the defense guessing, right? Because you've got that lead, they know you're going to run it, but you still have got to be able to sprinkle in some shot plays and some vertical throws. That was really, really good thinking on that last play call by the offense.
The Crimson Tide can dig into that playbook here on 2nd and short. In the red area is Young. And he gets the 1st down, but man, did he get the hit stick laid on his noggin.
Well, I think you're seeing the mental approach this offense is taking now. With a nice lead here late in the 3rd quarter, they're satisfied to just run the ball and chip away at this clock. This has been a really good-looking drive. Plenty of plays. They're staying on the field. They're bleeding and ticking this clock away. Nice job there getting it done on the ground.
The give to the back. Wrestled down at the 8-yard line as they threaten deep in the red zone.
And, you know, when we talk about great third down defenses, it really starts with them getting stops on first and second down. You've got to get those stops early in the drives to set up third and long, so that's a missed opportunity on that second down by this defense.
Grabbed behind the line, it's Bernard. He stopped just short of the goal line, but they'll have it first and goal from the 1. He might have expected to see this DB up in his receiver's kitchen. Instead, nice little zone, and they pick up the first.
Man, offenses are getting so good, Reese, at seeing the...
And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Bama! Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. Precision blocking up front, created the open lane, and the running back followed it beautifully.
Yeah, it's pretty easy to follow an offensive line that makes those holes and just gives you a caravan all the way to the end zone. What an unbelievable job blocking up front.
Fielded in the end zone, it's Williams. And the returner is stopped. 90 yards in front of them as they start the drive at their own 10. Leaves it with the running back. Finds just enough daylight to work his way up to the 19-yard line.
You just sense the frustration starting to build, not only on offense, but I think with this running back as well. He is so talented. He's had some massive games throughout his career. Just haven't been able to get him going early in this.
He lobs one high down the left side. It's caught. The sophomore making a big play and hauling in that pass.
Well, if they're going to get back in this game, they need more plays like that. That was something that was missing in the first half. Explosive plays in the passing game, and they get one here, trailing early in the third quarter. Let's see if these receivers can make more plays like that as this game goes on.
Shoots it to the left. Got his man downfield. Run out of bounds after the long game, but they've got it now first and goal. And that big gainer on the last one has them ready to go from inside the 10. Wide receiver going in motion. Dropping back, it's Sellers. And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball. Defense rolls up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a second and long coming. Back to pass. Right out trying to get it in. Touchdown, South Carolina. Made the grab and took it on in for the score. Great example of how a second half can really change everything for a team.
No doubt. First half looked bad. It looked like it was bleak. It looked like it was ugly. But now you're starting to get it turned around. More drives like this is what's needed.
They're coming out to tee it up for the kickoff, and that last score was a real buzzkill for this crowd. He'll start the return inside his 5. There to make the tackle, and with that, we'll head to the fourth quarter. We've reached a break, and Alabama has the lead. And they've built a comfortable lead after 3 quarters of play. Let's take a look at how we've gotten here. Not only is the scoreboard on their side, but so too is time as we open the fourth. Final stands of the game, and we'll start with the first down. They'll try to keep this clock moving on the ground. Not much there. Picks up a couple to the 22.
Well, the offense has the lead, and we call this 4-minute offense. This is a situation that teams around the country practice, having the lead late in the game and needing to ice it by running the football and throwing high-percentage passes.
Solid run. Picks up 6 and gets it to the 28.
And I know you can play these late-game situations differently, but I love when you just stay physical. You run the football. You preserve the lead. You got great field position. You're in a great position to salt this clock away and get a W.
Bought a little time. Lets it go. Caught. Close to the marker. It's Williams. And he surges up to the 36-yard line, and they'll move the chains. Alabama with a 1st and 10 here. They'll try the run. Not a whole lot of room there. 3 yards maybe. 2nd and 7.
At this point of the game, the offense has the lead. The offensive coordinator knows they want to keep running the football. So he's going back, he's looking at his playlist, and he's saying, which runs work the best for me in this game? What can I lean on right here to make sure we win this one?
You see a lot of offenses late in the football game with a lead get conservative. I like they didn't. Like, they trusted the passing game. You're going to get looks that you know what they are. Defense has to be aggressive. You know, they have to be aggressive because they're down. They've got to get to the quarterback. They've got to get stops. Nice job throwing the football.
Well, the offensive line had everybody blocked except the defensive end. He was able to sneak into the backfield and get the tackle for loss.
So the offense is going to go for it on 4th down. They'll get the first down. It's spotted on the 49.
How about that on 4th down, and they got to throw the football. They make the play in a big-time moment. Nice job by the offense, getting us a little bit closer to the finish line.
And here's the mindset if you're on offense. 4th quarter, you've got a huge lead. Obviously, you're going to run the football, but just be aware of the clock. You don't want to snap it too quickly. You're probably just doing safe runs inside the tackles like you saw right there. You just got to execute. You got to be aware, but you've got this.
Breaks into the open. Good, solid pickup there. Now they can start to smell it with the first down at the 31. Passing game kept this drive moving. Let's see if they try it again. It's a draw. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
Well, the offense trying to catch him off guard a little bit, running that draw play, but the defense wasn't fooled. Everybody stayed in their lane, and they're able to get the tackle for loss.
Last play didn't go well. It leaves him with 2nd and 11. Out of the crowd, and now he's got room. And he's able to find a little bit of running room before they get him down.
And this is the part of the game where you could really see this guy take over, right? Like, you've got the lead. The big running back, he's physical in the 4th quarter, starting to get a little bit tired. Let's see if he can keep this going.
They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple.
Keep the foot on the pedal if you're on offense here. You got that yardage. Yeah, you didn't get the first down, but you've set yourself up now to go for it here and keep this drive alive.
They'll try to cap off this drive with a field goal. This field goal try to make it a 3-score game late. No good. Missed the field goal, but still a 2-touchdown lead at 14.
Man, sometimes I just feel like 4th down, man. Just go for it every time. Like, the field goal miss, make rate. And listen, kickers have improved the last couple of years, but you left some points off the scoreboard there.
What a spectacular grab there as they try to finish this game with a little something to feel good about. Everybody has to be set. They have to get it off. To the air, it's Sellers. And the throw out to the sideline, good for a few. And that defense pushing him out of bounds after a short gain. Working well behind the sticks on 2nd down. Looking to fire. Throws toward the end zone. And it's picked off for the 4th time today. Got room on the return. He'll be stopped.
I put too much faith in Harvard this game.
Getting the football and picking up big yardage on the return. What a play there. Good news, I guess. A lot of room to work with as they start this drive from their own 15. Miller with the ball. A 7-yard pickup. It'll be 2nd and 3.
And I'll tell you what, it's really nice at this point in the game if you can lean on your run game. When you have the lead, you've got the football late in the game, you can chew that clock and start to really make that defense have a little bit of panic.
They'll make the stop, but that first down ought to ice it, and they should be able to kneel this one out.
Really been impressed by the balance we've seen from this offense so far in the game. But I think you got to give a lot of the credit to the running game because it's been able to freeze these defenses, help set up.
They do the damn little clock
acceleration.
acceleration.
At the point of attack, I think that really has been the key force.
See, bro, that's the EA, bro.
So far,
shit, that was a good game, bro. Oh, whoop my ass, bro. They got them offensive line hell.
You know, there's no real reason to panic, but if you think about it, when does panicking ever really help? The certainly this was a bitterly disappointing outcome.
And you can look at a lot of different statistics, and I know we tend to overcomplicate college football these days, but guys, at the end of the day, it comes down to two very simple things. You can't turn the ball over, and you can't have penalties. You do those things, David, and it'll beat you every time.
That's the difference between winning and losing. It's the small things, but find those things that you need to improve on, keep working on them, keep developing. Those things you do well, dude, let's do those. Let's do more of those things more consistently.
That's going to do it from here. Fielded in the end zone. It's Williams. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. One running back in the backfield, and he has it. That's about as close as you can get to that marker, and it will be second and just a few breaths away from the first down. And a really nice setup here to take a shot if they want. Three receivers to the right. Wants to throw. It's Sellers. And that's going to fall to the ground incomplete. That was a physical matchup there. Third down coming. The Gamecocks come to the line needing just inches for the first down. They're going to try to throw for it on third down. Finds the tight end. He'll have enough to move the chains. It's first down at the 38. Convert that third down on the slant. Now everybody sort of settles into the game.
Yeah, you do have nerves. I mean, everybody does. Opening drive, that you watched film, and how good are they really? And you get that first down. You throw the quick timing slant. Now, if I settle in, we're good. We got this. First down, physicality wins football games. Being able to run the football and create balance. And right here, just choose up another first down. Gives you another chance to maybe continue to run the football.
And I feel like this guy, too, is just an explosive play waiting to happen. His vision, his quickness, and he's got a burst. If you give this guy just a crease, he's going to hit it. Right now, he's doing some damage on this defense. And that's why, if you're the offensive coordinator, you've got to find as many ways as possible to get this guy going. Just get him the ball close to the line of scrimmage. Doesn't need to be a throw deep down the field. He's so dynamic when he has the ball in his hands. You saw it right there.
Making sure they have good balance, keeping it on the ground. And he's swallowed up at the line of scrimmage by the big defensive tackle. They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. He let that thing fly quickly, but he couldn't make the connection. The 7th play of this opening drive will be a 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Looking for the end zone. Touchdown, Gamecocks. They went for the big play, and boy, did it ever pay off.
And it's so underrated. The relationship between a QB and a wide receiver, the timing, the ability to know where he's going to be and be accurate with the football, that's what leads to nice touchdowns, Jesse.
Well, the chemistry between these two guys has to be great because coverage is going to be tight. The throw might not be perfect, but this is something these two guys have been repping in practice over and over and over, and it's paying dividends now in game.
Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. This place is roaring, and it's going to be so hard to operate under these conditions. Catch in the middle. It's Tate. That's the kind of play that can really get you going as they get it out to the 36.
Well, what's the point in waiting? Why not get one of your best players involved in the game right off the bat? They take a shot, their big target outside, shows off his athletic ability, and right away this offense is hungry.
Grabbed in the backfield, it's Jackson. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the first. This crowd going to try to make life miserable for these guys. Makes the grab. It's Smith. And they'll move the chains and get it to the 47-yard line. The Buckeyes moving quickly to the line.
Well, the defense makes the tackle. They give up the first down. They've now got to communicate the next play call. They can't substitute because the offense is going fast.
Solid pickup of 4 on first down. It's 2nd and 6.
Defense came into this one knowing they were going to see some tempo. They've got to get the call from the sidelines, get it communicated, get lined up.
Brought down at the 39 after a pickup of 10. It'll be a first down.
Nice completion here to this wide receiver. And you're going to see this receiver line up in different spots all over the field all game long. Defense has got to keep their eye on where this guy is because they...
Pressure is effective from the defense. They knock it down just behind the midfield stripe of the 48.
And protecting their quarterback is job number 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, as many as you want to put it up. They got to make sure they take care of him so he can make those plays. Defense wins this rep. They win up front, get to the quarterback, and get the sack.
When you're going to run a comeback route, you've got to sell like you're going deep, and that was a great job there by the receiver, really making that corner think he was running deep down the field. So we got the corner to turn his hips, turn his shoulders, and then the receiver was able to just pivot around and make it an easy pass and catch.
With the catch, it's Smith. Open space at the 25. Touchdown, Ohio State. A great catch and run for 6. If you're able to move the ball in a drive like that, the most overrated stat in football would be field position.
Agreed, and I think confidence is big right now after that last drive. To be able to flip the field like that, not just do it, but go down and score a touchdown. Running and throwing. For this offense now moving forward in this game, that last drive is going to pay big dividends.
And he puts through the extra point. The kickoff unit is out there, and boy, did that last drive quiet this crowd. He'll bring it out. It's Williams. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. A lot of work to do as this drive will start from the 16-yard line. Off the play fake on first down, wants to throw. And the timing just a hair off.
Yeah, I don't know if the quarterback got confused on first down. He might have thought the defense was going to be in man coverage that time, but they were in zone. They fooled him and just didn't seem like he had his eyes in the right place, was forcing that ball to his intended target. The window way too small. The guy was not open, so that didn't have that chance to be complete.
Throws to the wideout. And the pass is incomplete thanks to a big hit.
Not many receivers like to get hit. They just don't, okay? They're prima donnas. That's what they are. That's who they are. Nice job by the defender. You could tell he was catching the football. He was going to put a hit on him to make sure he had to think about something later, and you could see the ball pop out and fall to the ground.
He took a hit as he threw it and couldn't deliver the football. It's incomplete, and fourth down's coming.
Well, after giving up that touchdown on the opening drive, they had a little bit of a come to Jesus with their defensive coordinator on the sideline. I don't know what he said, but he, I think, just invoked the fear of God into this defense because this 3-and-out has been sensational, dominant. This is the way they've got to play moving forward.
Desperately wanted to keep the ball, but they did not. Great place to start for this offense. He's got it on the right. And after the tackle, that will bring us to the end of the first quarter. Gonna run it. It's Peoples. They get him on the ground, and with that, we'll head to the second quarter. Absolutely nothing settled. Deadlocked after one period of play as we have a look at the stats. After that tight first quarter, this second period ought to be a lot of fun. Starting off this quarter close enough to smell the goal line. DB's locked up tight on the receivers. They'll keep it on the ground for first and goal. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Buckeyes! When you're handed a break with unbelievable field position like that, you better finish the deal, and they did.
You saw the quarterback jog on the field. I think he gave a high five to every one of those players coming off that just put them in position to go score that touchdown. That QB knew this was a golden opportunity, and boy, he took advantage of it.
Coming out with it, it's Harbor. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. And the South Carolina offense is back on the field. They find themselves trailing by a touchdown and a chance on this drive to even the score. Looking to the big tight end. It's complete. They stay aggressive and push their way out to the 33, and it's first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Scanning the field, it's Sellers. Still looking, on the move. Rolling right and going deep. And the DB forcing the incomplete pass with the deflection.
Well, they hooked up already once for a score today, so the quarterback's going back to him again deep down the field, but it falls incomplete.
Backed up now, here's second and long. To the ground with the back. Oh, he's got some space. Big pickup on the ground here to keep this drive moving and give them a first down. And the Gamecocks come to the line with a new set of downs. To the air on first down. Buys a little time with his feet. Couldn't find anybody to throw to. He'll just toss it away. It'll be second down.
The offense just has not been able to find a way to get their rhythm going here in the first half. We just haven't seen it in the passing game. That was a really good example of it again. If they're going to score more points in the second half, they've got to make some adjustments here at halftime.
Couldn't find anyone open here, and he'll live to fight another play. It'll be third down.
Know the situation, know the game of football, right? When I start to get outside the pocket, I don't see anything there. I can throw the ball away. I don't have to take a sack, get a lost yardage play. I can just throw the ball
He puts a lot of air under it down the sideline. And he makes the catch inside the 15.
And that is such an accurate throw. It's one thing to do it from the pocket when you have your feet set underneath you, but when you can get outside, off schedule, on the move, and
he'll finish the run in the end zone. Touchdown, Gamecocks!
And that is a huge touchdown for the offense and also a big momentum shifter in this game, because now if they kick the extra point, they tie this game, anything could happen.
The extra point here would tie the game. And they pick up the extra point. Kicker knocked it right down the middle. So a drive there of 82 yards, and it was punctuated by an 11-yard run for the score. Kickoff unit is out there again, and this crowd is feeling themselves after that last drive. And he'll return it and try to get behind his blockers. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. Let's see if they can get something going here late in the half. Corners showing press. They want to be physical here. Use the play fake. Now to throw. Unloads to the wideout. And that one falls incomplete, trying to get a chunk play on that one.
And the quarterback threw that ball hard, too. And I know sometimes when you're throwing an in-breaking route, you want to get it to your receiver quickly, but when you try to strain and throw it harder, oftentimes your accuracy is what suffers, and you saw it there on the incompletion.
The RPO fired complete to the left. And his molars are probably rattling after that big hit, but he did get the first down. It's 1st and 10 from the 31. They'll ride the running back and leave it with him. He'll be stopped at the 41, but give him 10 on that play. First down here for the offense. To throw, it's Ncaa. Gonna take a shot at this DB. And the DB right with him to knock it away.
Well, you knew you were going to see it in this game, throwing the go route to one of the fastest players in all of college football. This receiver strikes fear in the heart of every defense because he's got elite track speed. He's going to blow.
There he goes. We'll take a quick break as we have reached the final 2 minutes of the first half. And the Buckeyes, once backed up in the shadow of their own goalpost, have put quite a drive together. He's got it and still on his feet. That completion will take it inside the 4, and the offense is threatening. Timeout called here by the defense. It's the first one they've used this half. The Buckeyes have it in scoring position on 1st and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. He steps and powers and works his way. They finally get him down at the 2. 2nd and goal coming up. Gets the back moving. Quarterback touch pass on the jet sweep. Touchdown, Ohio State. And they take it in for 6 more points.
And I just love the execution by this offense. Late in the half, man, you want to take the lead. You want to get that momentum on your side, and they do it. They finish it with the passing game. I'll tell you what, keep that passing game up. You can keep this lead, keep the momentum, and keep putting up numbers.
And the extra point was good to finish things off. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. He'll bring it out. It's Harbor. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. Plenty of time to work. Not any time to waste as they take over here in the final 2 minutes of the half. Makes the grab. It's Brown.
Our coach said to never go broke taking a profit. Take what's there, take the positive yards, and never complain.
Back to throw, it's Sellers. On the run, still looking. Fighting off the defender. Fires left. Hits the open man. He's loose on the left. Big gain on that one as he steps out of bounds with a first down.
And what a massive play for the offense. Not only getting the football across the 50, but they've now put themselves in position to steal a few more points here before the half.
How about this sophomore stopping him short of the first down line?
And what's the closest guy to the football, man? It's those defensive tackles, and those guards and centers have to work together. They got to get those guys and get some movement. They don't on this play, and the big fella eats. Nowhere to go. When you run into him, you usually meet the ground.
And he's brought down after a nice gain.
One of the things that makes this quarterback so dangerous is how accurate he can be when he's on the run. And he's a guy that's looking to throw. He's not looking to take off himself. Showed you that accuracy on that play to get the first.
Looking to scramble. Fires on the move. And that incomplete pass caused by the big hit on first down. Second down coming. Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on second down. After the incompletion, back to the passing game. He's got him. He hauled that one in and got it down to the 15-yard line. We've got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. On third and long, try to convert through the air. Fires to the middle. And the catch and run into the end zone. Touchdown, South Carolina.
Nice job putting a drive together. Nice job punctuating the end of the first half. There's still some time left, Palmer, but they can tie this thing up right now.
Yeah, and this is a staff that has so much confidence in their offense. I like staying aggressive right here, going for two, taking the lead into halftime, and putting a ton of pressure on the opponent.
Let's see if he can make a play on the return. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. Inside 30 seconds to play in the half. We'll see how aggressive they are on this drive. Wants to throw on first down off the play fake. Oh, he's going to take a shot at the DB. And it's incomplete. They were looking for the huge gain on first down.
And we've already seen this movie early in this football game, and he already has a touchdown, and they're seeking him again. And there's a reason. He can run, right? Like, he's one of their go-to guys on the outside, and you can tell they're trying to use him early and often in this offense.
Pulls it in. It's Peoples. He'll get a fresh set of downs, stopped at the 31-yard line. We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half. Maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays. Just enough time for one final play in this half. Looking to throw it, Ncaa. Now he's going to glide away from pressure. Now he's going to throw back to the middle. Oh, he dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch. About to kick it away again as we are tied up in the third quarter. Looking for blockers. And the returner will be knocked down. The Buckeyes roll that offense back out there. First drive of the second half, always fun to watch. You see what type of tweaks were made at the half, especially when you're locked up in a ball game. Turning it on! Complete to the right. And that tackle almost certainly saved a touchdown after he ripped off a huge gain.
This offense not wasting any time. First play of the third quarter, and they're aggressive, taking a shot. You know they had some conversations in the locker room at halftime. How can we...
Oh, it's picked off. Oh, that's not the way to start a drive. He goes down after the short return, but what a play to get the football back.
QB's got to pick and choose their spots when they want to be really aggressive and try to fit balls in tight windows. Great job by the DB, making a big play, getting the ball back to its offense.
With the catch, it's Harbor. Shows him the stiff arm. Gets it out to about the 35-yard line. That's where they'll mark him out of bounds in this offense trying to put something together. Ball is at the 35. It's 1st and 10. Finds his man. It's Bennett. He stopped just a chain link or two away from the first down and sets them up beautifully here. The Gamecocks have a lot of options on 2nd and inches. They've got it to the 49-yard line, and they'll move the chains. First down here for the offense. Dropping back, it's Sellers. Now adjusting. He's going to take off. How about this sophomore learning when to just do it himself?
Well, he does a really nice job buying time, and I love the awareness there, understanding no one's open downfield, knowing where the sticks are, and he's able to use his athleticism to get that first down.
From the gun, they'll try to impose their will. And he does a really nice job finding open space and making a good gain before the stop is made.
And winning first downs is a priority for a defense, and you can't get bludgeoned. You can't get physically beat at the point of attack. You know the percentages. It's usually pretty good on first down that they're going to run the football. So then getting that big chunk, getting in 2nd and short, not a good job by this defense.
That's a great example of the defense there tackling the catch. As soon as the big fella caught the ball, down he went, not picking up the first.
Working their way closer and closer, a 3rd down conversion, and they've got it at the 26. And the Gamecocks back to the line on first down. Let's see if they keep leaning on this running game. Wants to throw on first down. Quarterback extends the play. Got out of trouble, got rid of it. Fired in there, but incomplete. Not sure exactly what went haywire there, but the timing was just off.
And that's your job as a defense, right? You got to find a way to disrupt the timing and jam wide receivers or get to the quarterback and make him feel uncomfortable, but you can't let that timing be easy and effortless. Nice job by the defense.
They run into a bit of trouble here. 3rd and long from the 25, and the last thing they want is to get knocked out of field goal range. The sweet feet keeping the play alive. Has no choice but to throw it away, and it'll bring up 4th down.
I think that's an easy decision for the QB, too. It's 3rd and long. You're in field goal range. You've got an opportunity at 3 points. That play designed to try and get the first, but it's not there. Give the defense credit. Throw it away. Let's get the kicker out on the field.
On 4th down, they'll try to throw it. Escapes the pressure to his right. Fires deep toward the end zone. That ball is intercepted at the goal line.
Well, he was rolling to his right, and because of that, I don't know if it affected the timing between him and his wide receiver. They just weren't on the same page on that one as the defense comes away with the INT.
This drive will start at the 6-yard line. Picked off, a turnover in their own end. And he's going to take it all the way. Touchdown, Gamecocks.
He made that look a lot easier than it is. When you break on a football, you got to see it and go at the perfect angle. The free safety leaves his spot, goes and gets it, and then does the hard part, takes it back to the house for 6.
And the extra point makes it a 28-21 score. They're ready to kick it away, and this crowd is buzzing after that last score. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. Here comes the Ohio State offense onto the field. Well, the good news is they threw a touchdown pass last time. It was just to the wrong team, Jesse.
Well, that's an unfortunate part of the game for quarterbacks, but guess what? They do happen, so you've got to be able to turn the page here and lead this offense.
Well, I think you know this defense is going to be aggressive. They're going to jump routes. They're going to play aggressive. You got to take advantage of that. Maybe use that this time to your advantage.
You look to be backed up, and then suddenly you're not. Big play has them across the 50, and they'll have it 1st and 10. Caught in the backfield, it's Tate. He gets it across the 40 and out of bounds at the 38. The Buckeyes come to the line. This situation, you might see a shot play. Looking to throw, it's Ncaa. Pressure is effective from the defense. They knock him down just behind the midfield stripe at the 48.
And that's crazy. 1 second you're the offense and you're thinking second and inches, we're taking a shot, we're in a great spot, and then you give up a sack, and now all of a sudden you're in third and long.
Going over the top. Hits him in stride inside the 10. And he'll take it to the house. He got loose. Touchdown, Buckeyes.
You know, sometimes as a play caller, you just don't have to overthink things. I've got a guy who's faster than your guys, and he's just going to run straight down the field. I'm going to throw it way down the field. He's going to make the catch, and we're going to score a touchdown, and that's pretty much what just happened there.
He'll bring it out. It's Harbor. I imagine he's going to get an earful on the sideline after bringing it out of the end zone and being knocked down at the 11. Opening play of this drive comes from the 11. The give to the back. It's that hole for 4 and gets it out to the 16. We've been treated to an aerial show by these two guys so far as you check out their numbers. We've swapped sides of the field, and we are ready for the finish as the fourth quarter gets underway. It'll be second down as we open the final stanza. Give to the back. They shut it down quickly, but he gets 2 out to the 18.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run.
Breaks into the open. Bulldozes his way through. Solid work and execution there. They'll have a first down as they mark it at the 40.
Well, it's a nice play design there. You're getting the running back involved in the pass game. Quarterback gives it to him early so he can go to work upfield and get the first down.
Off the play fake on first down to throw. Fires to the wideout. The short hand, it's Brown. And there was lots of space as he gets it to the 39-yard line. The Gamecocks are on the move. Out of the gun, the inside handoff to the right back. Trying to impose their will on the ground as he stopped after a 5-yard pickup to the 33.
Great offenses always stay ahead of the chains. That run right there, now you're in a good position. It's not second and long. It's not third and long. Now it's the whole playbook's open. The defense really has to honor run and pass on the next snap.
Miles ahead for a pickup of 1 to the 32. And the Gamecocks come to the ball trying to pick up this third and short. Looking for a man. It's Sellers. Grab near the marker. It's Harbor. Offenses gain momentum with third down conversions like that. They've got it at the 25. The Gamecocks with the 1st and 10. Leaves it with the back. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple. Timeout called by the defense. It's their first of the half as they'll make some adjustments. Got some work to do after that last play. 2nd and 13. Wants to go up top. Here he goes breaking the pocket. Got out of trouble and throws. And this will be picked off. A costly turnover in a tie game. He couldn't quite get loose on that return, but he'd already made the play, and they've got it at the 35.
It's the plays like that that are going to end up defining and deciding this game, right? It's tight. Tie game, fourth quarter. Someone is going to step up and make a game-changing play, and the defender...
Wide open spaces. He's at the 20.
What a great play call offensively. Taking the shot, you flip the field, and now you better get those red zone play calls ready and dialed up.
The clock has stopped for the timeout, and we have reached the final 2 minutes in this one. And the Buckeyes come to the line after ripping off that huge gain on the ground, trying to keep it going. Leaves it with the back.
I tell you, this defensive end, not only can he pass rush, but he can play the run as well. You see him beat the offensive lineman there trying to block him and get in the backfield to make that tackle for loss. That was impressive.
Operating in the red zone here on 2nd down. Back to pass. Snagged in the middle. It's Peoples. That throw and catch gets them down to the 6, and the defense is running out of answers. Well, they'd love to move the sticks here and take a shot at it on 1st and goal. Looking downfield, it's Ncaa. The defense is there, and a great job to keep him from getting to that 1st down marker. He's hard to get a handle on. It'll be 4th and short. No hesitation at all. The offense stays on the field. They'll go for it. Trying to get it to the marker. Touchdown, Ohio State. They move on top here in the 4th.
Man, how about this offense in crunch time, doing what they do, getting 6 on the board. Now I turn to my defense right now and say, boys, we need one more stop. Go out there, get me one more.
A very efficient 5-play scoring drive. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Looking downfield on 1st down. Moving out of the pocket. And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete.
And finally, the defense is able to get some pressure on this quarterback. They had been trying all game long, different ways to affect him. Weren't able to get...
He's going to throw deep right side. Grabs it at the 25 in stride. And that's where he'll go down. An explosive play moves the sticks.
Thank you very much. That's what the quarterback's thinking on that last play. I think he was even shocked that his receiver was that wide open downfield. He'll take it.
A 2-tier job for this offense. First get the touchdown, then the 2 to try to pull even here in the 4th quarter. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
I think the run defense, a lot of times late in the game, you always wonder how well it'll hold up. Nice job on this play by this defense getting in and getting the running back on the ground.
Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. He'll run it to the middle, looking for the end zone. He pushes it forward all the way to the 2-yard line. The defense going to stop the clock with a timeout. They want to make sure they have everybody on the same page. A huge chance for points here on 3rd and goal, and if they can get it in, we might have ourselves a finish. They'll try to run it in. He cannot get it in. A mere inches away from pay dirt. Quick timeout by the defense there, trying to make sure everyone has the same call. And this could prove to be the biggest play of the game. They'll go for it on 4th and goal. Back to pass, it's Sellers. Lets it go to the end zone. And he throws his 3rd pick of the day. His head has to be spinning. Finally brought down, but what a play, not only to get the football, but to flip the field position with the return. First snap of this drive will come from their own 17. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. Bringing it back. And he gets it into the end zone for a touchdown, a gut punch to this defense, and probably a knockout punch.
Well, they get the touchdown when they needed it most. That score now makes it a 2-possession game. And guys, with just seconds to go on the game clock, this thing is all but over.
Ready to try the point after. And the extra point splits the uprights, and the lead balloons to 15. They're getting set to kick it away, and that last score took a little oomph out of this crowd. Fielded in the end zone, it's Williams. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. His drive 15. Starts a drive trying to go up top. Throws for the tight end. He can't find his man, and the clock stops with 6 seconds left. And after this play, the cake will be baked. Right back up top on 2nd and 10. Here's a throw downfield late. Last pass falls incomplete, and that's going to do it. Scoreboard operator got a workout in this one. Fun game for us to watch, but they can't come up with the W.
Yeah, and it's a team game, right? The offense did their job, and now defense will have to find a way in the future to make better plays, get stops, and stop them scoring so many points, especially when your offense does their job.
And we see a lot of games like this in college football when both offenses are just trading blows back and forth, and it just comes down to which defense can get a stop. And unfortunately for the losing team, they just were not able to get it done.
Thanks so much for spending some time with us. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis, and this has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.